Welcome you in my channel. Today I will present you how batch process works. Batch is using to processing larger than memory datasets. Data is processing asynchronously in contrast to for each processing. What that means? When you have dataset to processing, for each will be processing one record by one synchronously. Batch processor, each record will be processing in the same time. It will be much more efficient. Therefore, for this reason, batch is used to processing larger datasets. In Mule palette, you can find three connectors related to batch: batch job, batch step, and batch aggregator. The main processor, which is the base for batch processing, is batch job. Inside, we can find two separate areas. On the left side, we have process records area where records are processing. On the right side, we have on-complete area. On-complete area only gathering statistic information about success, failure messages, quantity of records, etc. On this moment, we need to understand that in the first place, we're performing everything inside first step for all records, and only then the flow will be moved to the next job step. To understand that, one example will be helpful. I prepared case with numbers array 1, 2, 3. In batch step, I will be adding the current value 1. In aggregator section, I added batch aggregator, which will aggregate processed data. I specified their aggregator size, which specify maximum size new array. I typed here value 5. Inside batch aggregator, I located logger, which will be logging payload. Run debug and verify what is inside. Okay, so now I will run my flow and show you how it works. The input, we have our array with value 1, 2, 3. Okay, go to next step. Now we are in batch job. Inside in batch step, we have our input was 1 from the first value, and actually value is 2, because now in this step our value are increased by 1. Next, the payload was 2, new value is 3, okay, and next payload 3, new value 4, okay, and jump to batch aggregator. And inside in logger, we can verify our new array 2, 3, 4. And on complete section in logger, we can verify statistical information about processed records like failed records, loaded, total, and successful, and other information about statistic. Okay, so now I will present you how batch size in batch aggregator works. In this step, you can specify the size your new array. I type here 5, and to present you how it works, I will change my input about new values. Now it will be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and 7. I save my flow and run in debug. Look, my input now is new. Okay. Inside batch step, our payload is 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. And look now, we jump to batch aggregator because aggregator size was specified here on value 5, yeah? And in logger, we can verify our payload. Inside, we have array with 5 value because it was specified here, yeah? And look now, in next step, we back to batch step to set payload for the others value 6 and 7. 7 is our last value from our input array. So after that, we jump to batch aggregator with value 7, 8, because we increased 6 and 7 by 1. And on complete, we finish our processing. In logger, in payload, we can verify summary about process. I hope that now you understand how aggregator size works. Verify now how batch processor works with failures. In input value, I back to my earlier array and added a letter at the beginning. In debug mode for letter, we got error, but flow was still processing. Each batch step will be processing to end if there are errors related to the processing of individual records. Each step must be complete even errors occurred. Informations about errors we can find in complete section. But we need to remember about settings max field records in batch job. which specify maximum acceptable quantity of failures for each batch job. I added new jobs tab to present you that. If here we set -1, there is no limit. But if I will add new batch tab and set here 0, the second job will not be executed. Look, now we are in our first batch step. Array is processing, we are in batch aggregator, and flow now is on complete section. But if we change this setting to -1, that means no limit errors, I will run my flow. Actually, we are in our first batch step, and after batch aggregator, we jump to next batch step, because in all batch job, we have -1. In batch step settings section, we can specify two fields: accept expression for this step and accept policy, where we can specify no failures, only failure, or all. In accept expression with new expression syntax, we can type expression which will be filtering our input. I will type payload is number to eliminate from my input letter A. I will say flow and run in debug. Look that now in batch step, all records was processed with success without any errors, because here I typed my accept expression filter to accepting only numbers. So filter works on this way. In batch aggregator, you can find option streaming. It allows to streaming very large package of data. You need to choose this option when you want to processing single records one by one. In this video, I only mention about it for your knowledge. The other option inside is preserve MIME types. The MIME types associated with those payloads are not preserved by default. You can preserve records MIME types checking this option. One of the last important additional settings is batch block size in batch job, which specify block size. Batch records are queued and scheduled in blocks. This value has effect on performance during processing large files. The default value is 100. That's all basic information about batch processing. With this knowledge, you can build your own batch process with success. If you have questions, let me know in comments. I invite you to join my Mule newsletter, where I regularly send solutions to Mule-related problems, news about Mule, questions and assignments that will help you prepare for recruitment interviews and Mule certification exams. Link you can find in description. Thank you for watching. Bye.